Good day all, this is TJ, the Park Bopper, coming to you from iDrive in Orlando. Today we're going to give a shot to Kizuna Japanese and Asian Buffet, try some sushi, maybe a few other dishes that we've tried at other places around. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, let's do it. You can see the price here, Monday through Friday, $14.99 for adults. On Saturday, $16.99, so pretty good deal. I've got my first plate of food here. Overall, I have to say this restaurant is beautiful. This renovation is awesome. A lot has changed since it was Hokkaido, for sure. Renovated in a very tasteful, modern way, and really nice looking. Everything looks wonderful. The choices are expanded. They even had sashimi, which I'm going to try. Everything looks delicious. A huge selection of sushi for lunch. So, as you can see, I'm kind of excited here to try all this delicious food, hopefully delicious food. Went ahead and mixing up some wasabi right now, but you can see my plate here. So this is like what they call the white dragon roll. It's like shrimp tempura with ill sauce crab stick. Looks like just crispy flakes from tempura, on top tempura flakes. We have the traditional Philly roll that I've gotten at other times. Here's the piece of sashimi that I was going to try. What I believe, it wasn't fully labeled, but we have a Lion King roll, cucumber, crab stick on top. Some of this is deep fried in variation. I'm not sure if it was a variation on the same roll. Then you have the a spicy tuna kind of California roll here. Let me give that a shot. And right here is a avocado cucumber roll and a traditional piece of California roll. Some seaweed. I think I'm gonna start with the sashimi. That's gonna give us a good, hopefully a good taste of what's to come. And I believe that this is Yellowtail tuna sashimi. I believe so. Here I go. Not super firm, but firm enough. The taste was very pleasant. Very light, not fishy. Really good bite. Now I'm going to move on to this Lion King roll. Very pretty piece here. Very generously filled with crab salad. The tempura shrimp that's draped over the top. You can tell it was fried in sesame oil. There's a good amount of spicy sauce on there and eel sauce. If someone just wanted to try sushi, that would be a good first bite to try. I'm going to try some seaweed salad here. Again, not a whole lot of fish sauce in that bite. A lot of sesame oil. There's some sugar, maybe just a touch of white vinegar. The seaweed is still a little bit firmer. I can see there's some variance in the cooking here, but overall it's a pretty good bite. Now the spicy tuna roll. Very good. The mildness of that tuna kind of just drapes in. There's a good amount of cream cheese and crab stick in that as well. You've got some spicy mayonnaise plus the spicy mayonnaise that's within the tuna. Good amount of cucumber and avocado in that as well. A good flavor there. This is their Philly roll. So again, you're looking at smoked salmon and cream cheese. It's supposed to really highlight the cream cheese, hence the name Philadelphia roll. This is actually the first Philly roll that I've gotten a bit that is actually smoked salmon. You can tell that if you watched my last video, I picked up a piece of Philly roll and it was not smoked. It was just plain salmon. So definitely a good, honest Philly roll here. Now a bite of the classic California roll. A good amount of cucumber in that. Very bright, refreshing. I think if you're a fan of California roll, you would like that. Here we have another piece that I got. I'm going to try to find the names here and reflect back on that, if you will. There was a lot of choices up there. This looks like it was covered in wasabi, avocado. I believe that there's some salmon in here and eel sauce. Tempura shrimp. I would say that's somewhat of a hybrid roll. So somewhere in between, you get the fresh cucumber and the flavors there, with just a little bit of the fried shrimp tempura. So a good kind of halfway point between something that's cooked and something that's not. This roll here, look how pretty that is. Again, we have some shrimp tempura, avocado covered with crab salad and eel sauce, and it's pretty good. Now here is a roll that I couldn't place because they didn't have a posted label on it. Go ahead and give this a shot. So that is like a salmon skin roll, really highlighting the fish oil. I think when you eat the skin like that, in this it was pretty balanced. It wasn't too off-putting. Definitely, if you need your omega-6s, there's some, and not too bad. I have a fried roll, completely tempura fried roll. It was near the Lion King. It's a big one right there. Crab meat, shrimp tempura. I think there's some salmon and quite a bit of sesame seed in there. It's almost like a sushi meatball, if you will. All right, and one more piece of sashimi here. Again, really good. I would say that this is the best sushi from a buffet that I've had yet. Delicious Philadelphia roll that's actually smoked. I think all your basic rolls are great. I think the specialty rolls are good. But I think you're going to be left very satisfied sushi-wise from this restaurant. So definitely doing well so far. The next stop is dim sum and appetizers. Delicious dim sum here. I'm excited to give it a shot. Guys, so just to explain this plate to you a little bit of my dim sum, I ended up doing something a little different. Got a chicken wing this time. Got a couple of pot stickers here. This is a steamed shrimp dumpling, a sesame rice ball, some crab rangoons. We have a fantail shrimp, crispy fried in panko. Here we had a lotus seed paste bun. I'm gonna give that a shot and see how I feel about that. And of course a pork bun to try. Don't believe that my video is taken, but I tried the pork bun. Again, overall feel better. Not very heavy on the bun part, but very balanced. And overall, I'd say a draw between this and Hokkaido. Can't really taste much in the lotus seed paste bun. It just tastes a little bit sweetened on a standard bun. I did really like the pot sticker. It's well seasoned. The shrimp steamed bun was not my favorite. Kind of one note. A little bit gelatinous, and the shrimp, there's just no seasoning to this. So onto the crab rangoon. Give this a shot. All right, we've got some sugar going on. We got a little bit of flavor, not a whole lot of crab, more cream cheese and sugar. Something that's very attuned to the American palate, but heartily filled crab rangoon. Again, just not an extreme amount of flavor to it other than the sweetness and the cream cheese. I want to try this wing because it looked really good. I'll try this flat here. That is really good. Now I bought the fan-shelled shrimp. Pretty good, lightly fried, not overcooked. Better than the shrimp dumpling in flavor. And finally, the sesame ball. The red bean paste in there is not super flavorful or on the sweet side. There's a lot of sesame that's kind of layered onto the sesame ball. So you do get a good amount of that flavor, but the red bean paste is kind of downplayed. Up until this point, I would say between this and Hokkaido, that this place was not quite there with dim sum. I'm going to call it a draw because the chicken wing was really good, the pork bun's good, and I think that just in the nature of dim sum that you may have a really good experience here. Say overall, between both restaurants, the pork bun from Hokkaido has been my favorite, but this is not bad and definitely good. And again, they've just been open since April 26th, so they're going to be here for a while. I can really see that. One thing I neglected to do and try, hot and sour soup. So in this steak of hot and sour soup, at this point, I would say not very spicy, not very sour, but there's a good amount of mushroom flavor, a good amount of vegetables. It's just the flavors haven't been fully developed yet. Okay guys, so I try to get similar things or the same thing when I go to these restaurants. Just a few little changes. Got some salmon. There are the string green beans. There's a little bit of crab salad. I wanted to give that a shot. Interestingly enough, they had some duck, roast duck here. I'm excited to give that a shot. This is a spicy shrimp salad. This is Seafood Delight. Although I didn't see much but the shrimp and a little bit of crab stick. Here's pepper steak and onions, and I believe that's it on this plate. I did go back and get some sticky rice and red bean paste from the dim sum bar. Didn't get a chance to try this, so I thought I'd just pick it up to try. Alright guys, so first off I'm going to give a shot to the Seafood Delight and see how this turned out. Pretty good quality shrimp, garlicky, well cooked, not greasy. Now in contrast to that, I'm going to try the spicy shrimp salad, and this was from the salad bar. Okay, so cold boiled peeled shrimp with sriracha, kind of marinade. Pretty good, but you could just assume to say that that's cold boiled shrimp that has been peeled. Not bad. Give a shot of this roast duck. This looked really good. See how this is. That is delicious. It is sweet. It is tender. It finishes like duck, but it's not very oily, which is really, really good. Overall, that's great. And there's a little bit of spice to that as well, so pretty good on that duck. Now a shot of this pepper steak. Good flavor, salty. The pepper steak is tender. That's no better, no worse than Hokkaido. Now the green bean, which looks a little underdone. That you can skip. I mean, if you like the fresh flavor of raw or just blanched string bean, you might like that. That's kind of not my bag. I don't like it cooked to death, but I don't like it just blanched. Although it's a lovely looking bean, the beans look really attractive. The flavor is just not developed. Now the salmon, give a shot to this. Not great, not bad, definitely better than what we had. Nothing to write home about, not super fresh, not my favorite bite. Overall, I'd say the roast duck is really good. The seafood delight's good. One last thing is just to give a shot to the crab salad from the salad bar. Light, not super mayonnaisey. You get a more crema flavor, not a sour cream. Pretty pleasant. I would eat that again. And finally, because we're here, I wanted to give the shot to this sticky rice and red bean paste. More flavor than what was in the sesame roll in terms of the red bean paste. And the sticky rice is really nice too. Again, from this protein plate, I would definitely state that that duck was good. The shrimp was good. And the other dishes, aside from the green beans and the salmon, they were kind of middle of the road. Okay guys, so just a little simple dessert plate here. I got some this cinnamon cake. I've never tried that before, but it looked pretty interesting. A little bit of honeydew melon, a piece of pineapple, some cantaloupe. There is that coffee cake that we normally see, and some grapes. Looks a little different, maybe a different distributor's cake. But again, I've never tried the cinnamon cake, so I'm excited to give that a shot and see how it is. Again, kind of cheesecake in flavor. There may be some cinnamon in that. Maybe in the center there's a ribbon of cinnamon. But definitely some cheesecake going on there. Shot into a grape. Very good quality red grape there. Sweet and juicy and fresh. Shot to the cantaloupe. Pretty decent cantaloupe there. So I'm liking the produce so far. Honeydew melon. Bright and flavorful. Not too sweet, which is not uncommon with a honeydew. It's actually really rare to find a sweet honeydew melon, but that was pretty good. Pineapple. Not a very well developed pineapple in terms of sweetness and flavor, but okay. Now a shot to that chocolate coffee cake we normally see. That is really moister than I've had. I do think this is distributed, but it might be a different distributor from one of the ones. Definitely an improvement to moisture in that cake. So I'm liking that. I would say that this dessert, it's been pretty good. Not great, not just good, but pretty good. Would be my rating of that. I think that is what you will. The fruit quality is good. The pineapple really wasn't sweet, but everything else tasted pretty good and good for its season. So I'm gonna finish up this meal and give you my overall thoughts of Kizuna. Guys, with that, we are done for the day. So overall, I'd say it was a pretty good meal. The sushi was very, very good. So definitely, if sushi is your game, this place has got you covered. The entrees were pretty good. The desserts were good. The fruits were good. The dim sum, again, was on par. For what you find on a buffet, the dim sum here is pretty decent. So yeah, overall, a very good and welcome change. I think Hokkaido itself here, it wasn't an unpleasant looking restaurant. But overall, now it's refreshed. It looks nice, very pleasant, very clean, really good for buffet sushi. I think that they are shooting pretty high in terms of what they're wanting to provide. I don't know if it meets their expectation of what they want to provide, but I think it comes pretty close. This place has only been open since April 26th of this year. They're still kind of getting their feet wet and getting things together and how they're going to operate this business. The service was kind of slow and a little disappointing. I felt like you never really got drink refills and things like that. So that would be something you want to look out for. I think it's off to a good start here. And again, I am TJ the Park Popper. If you like what I do, please vibe, job, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.